fine-tune GPT-4 with images and text to improve vision capability. So by default, if you upload an image and ask ChatGPT to describe this image, then it should be able to describe the image accordingly. But this is not 100% accurate because there are more images that this chatbot or the model didn't see. So to make it more accurate, we need to fine-tune this vision model. That's why we have fine-tuning API. Even if you're an absolute beginner, you should be able to use ChatGPT dashboard and create the fine-tuning job with no code. You can upload your data with images and then you should be able to train the model so that the answer is going to be more accurate. It is made very simple with this no code interface. Also, after training the model, you should be able to use that model in your own application using its own API, which you can see here. In this, I'm going to take you through step by step on how you can prepare datasets, how to submit training job, and how to use the trained model. But before that, I regularly create videos in regards to artificial intelligence on my YouTube channel. So do subscribe and click the bell icon to stay tuned. Make sure you click the like button so this video can be helpful for many others like you. So step number 1, preparing dataset. For example, this is how the dataset should look like. So we are going to teach the model what it should respond if we provide this URL or image. So here is the question, what is this cheese? And I'm providing a URL and here is the cheese, and the answer the assistant or the chatbot or the model should respond that it is a Danbo cheese. So similarly, we are going to add multiple questions and images and then answer. So in your case, you can manually add the question like this and add your own custom image. It could be even an image which you have taken from your home, and you can add that here and then the answer for that question. So now this is one row. So let's make this in one line like this. So I'm going to make sure the whole content is in one line. Yeah, now it is in one line. So I made everything in one line. So this is one JSON object. So similarly, I'm going to add multiple questions. Next, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4. So each I'm going to keep it as a different question. So you need at least 10 questions to start training the model. That is a requirement. So after creating the dataset, you need to save that in JSON-L format. So .JSON-L. That means JSON in every single line. This is a manual approach. And what if you want to automate this process and you already have a dataset in Hugging Face? So this is the dataset which we are going to use from Hugging Face. So here's how the dataset will look like. It contains page URL, image URL, page title, the caption text. So you can see the list of columns here. So the main columns which we are going to choose is image URL. And after that, caption, reference, description, and apply. So here we got the URL, here we got the caption, reference. I'm going to add one more, that is page title. So now we are going to teach the model. If I provide an image like this and ask it to describe with this information. Now going to create a file called dataset.py. Inside that I have this code. This I generated from ChatGPT. Even if you provide this URL to ChatGPT, it should be able to extract the image URL, the page title, also the caption, reference, description. So using those information, I'm just passing that here. So this load dataset will load the dataset. Then I'm going to take only the first 40 rows to keep this tutorial quicker. Then extracting that rows and making it in this format. So this is the exact format which we made previously when we did manually. So this will be automated and automatically it will get saved in this file. That's it. Now I'm going to run this python dataset.py, and now this will automatically create the file JSON-L. Now the dataset is ready. Now I'm going to upload this to the platform. So step number 2, submit training job. So I'm going to open platform.openai.com. Inside that, just click fine-tuning in the dashboard section. After that, click create. Here I'm going to choose the base model GPT-4o. GPT-4o mini, we are not able to train the image, but for GPT-4o, you are able to train with image. Now I'm going to upload the file which we have just created. After this, I'm not going to validate any data for now. Going to set the batch size to 1 and also the number of epochs to 1, just to keep this tutorial quicker. After that, click create. Now you can see it's automatically validating the files, and you should be able to see the status on the right hand side. Here are the steps. I can see the job failed, and you should be able to see the reason here. Example 26 violate our usage policy. It's inaccessible or too large. So let's come to the dataset, and in the row 26, if I go further right hand side, I can see the image is .svg. So that's the only SVG file, because I can see other files are JPEG. So this is probably a larger file and not supported. So I'm going to delete this row number 26, and save the file again. Now coming to the dashboard, going to create the job again, select the model GPT-4 upload the updated file, batch size and the epoch size 1, and then create. Now again it's validating files. Now validation passed, then it's going to the training. Once after it gets trained, you can see the training loss, the validation loss. So just because I gave one epoch and one batch size, it's not a big graph, but generally you would expect the training loss to come down. At the bottom you can see, you can click this playground, and you should be able to compare your model, the one fine-tuned, with the base GPT-4 model. So just uploading an image, I'm going to say describe the image, and click run. And here you can see the answers comparing. For now we don't see much difference because we trained only for one epoch and one batch size. So increasing the number of epoch and batch size will give you the clear difference. Finally, how you can use this trained model in your own application. So just going to the playground again, choosing the model that is the one which we just fine-tuned. Then if you want the code, you got the code here. Just click on view code, and you should be able to see the Python code implementation. So I can just copy this. If you are using Node.js, you can use Node.js. Curl means you can use curl command. And if you're using JSON, you can use this as a post request. So in our case, I'm going to use Python. In your terminal, creating app.py file and opening it. Inside the file, I'm just pasting that code. So here I'm going to give the messages. I'm going to modify the code slightly by adding the messages. So here I got the messages with the system prompt, and here is the question and the image here. Now after this, I can just print the response. Print response. That's it. Now coming to the terminal, I'm going to pip install OpenAI to install the OpenAI package. Now Python app.py, and then click enter. And you got the response here from the model which we just trained. And you got the answer here based on the question we asked and the image we sent. So in this way, you are able to integrate the fine-tuned model in any of your application and make your application respond more accurately based on your custom image. I'm really excited about this. Considering you are already interested in integrating this API in your application, there are loads of things to learn, but I've made step-by-step tutorial for beginners, which I highly recommend, which I will link that here. Just click it and you should be able to learn further. Thanks for watching.